So at YCS Las Vegas, my team and I played against another team where all the team members played pretty much the same deck. And they destroyed the living crap out of us with every single one of their team members winning against ours. And if I recall correctly, they were all playing Kashtira Sprite, and at that time I was kind of skeptical of that deck because I thought Sprite was dead, but I kind of changed my mind after getting waxed by them. This video will not really be a deck profile or anything, but rather an explanation of the logic behind this deck and how I think it might actually be the winning strategy for the next YCS. So in case you're wondering, it's a minimalistic version of Kashtira with a bare minimum amount of good Kashtira cards that you have to play in order for your deck to function. And you're playing a bunch of Sprite cards with 3 Jet, 3 Blue, 3 Starter, 1 Smashers, 1 Red, 1 Carrot, and then the extra deck, of course. And of course, this deck is not a pure Sprite deck, so it's not really playing Swamp Frog or any of those cards. However, we can still see Nimble Angler and Nimble Beaver in this deck because this deck can easily go into sprint using like any Kashtira monster, for example, and any level 2, and then you send the Angler to summon 2 Beavers and you play from there. Because of the fact that you have Kashtira Unicorn, the Field Spell, Nimble Beaver, and Sprite Starter, you have so many one-card combos that you literally never break. And you know, you can play every single stable card that is common between Kashtira and Sprite, so Dimension Shifter, or Pot of Prosperity, or even Ibli in the side deck. And unlike Kashtira, you don't actually have to draw Ibli if you want to use it against your opponent. You can summon it from your deck with Gigantic, which is really nasty against Despia. Obviously, it's good against Kashtira, but, you know, against Despia, they literally cannot out it because they can't go into, like, a Lingerable because then it would shut down their Branded Fusion. So that's really cool. You can play Ibli just as a one-of, which gives you more space in your side deck. Now, how about the drawbacks? This deck should have some, right? Well, you see, Kashtira Papillas locks you under Xyz summons only for the rest of the turn, and Sprite Starter locks you under level, rank, or link 2 monsters. This is irrelevant because you're only really using Starter after you go into your Kashtira combo, and you're only really using Theosis after you go into your link plays. And honestly, Elf is banned anyways, so that really doesn't matter at all. You can afford to only summon Xyz monsters in this deck, and you should definitely be fine. What I find amazing with this deck is that all the engines complement each other so well. The Kashtira monsters give you big beaters to make up for the low attack stat of your Sprite monsters, and of course the Sprite cards give you resourcefulness and resilience in under situations. So for example, if you're trying to play around Nibiru, you can actually use Red or Gigantic in order to circumvent that completely. And if you're playing around Evenly Matched or Book of Eclipse, no problem, your boy Carrot got you. So yeah, these engines were literally made for each other, and this deck is just the baby of a perfect relationship. But yeah, I definitely recommend playing this deck over pure Kashtira or like Brave Kashtira. These variants kind of suck, honestly. They have major flaws, and they still rely solely on drawing like unicorns, so you can have like a hand of 5 cards and do nothing. Whereas in Kashtira Sprite, you can draw like no Sprite monsters and be fine, or draw no Kashtira cards and be fine. I love having more options, and so should you. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.